मन में हो शुद्धता, दृष्टि निर्विकारी हो। मन में हो शुद्धता, दृष्टि निर्विकारी हो। सबको पावन करना यही भावना हो। सबको पावन करना यही भावना हो। परम पिता का ये संदेश, परम पिता का ये संदेश सबको यही सुनाना है। पवित्रता की राह पर हमको चलते जाना है।
पवित्रता की राह पर हमको चलते जाना है।
जो भी मिले राह में उसे मंजिल पर पहुंचाना है। जो भी मिले राह में उसे मंजिल पर पहुंचाना है।
पवित्रता की राह पर हमको चलते जाना है। पवित्रता की राह पर।
पवित्रता ही सर्व गुणों की एक अनोखी खान है। हर आत्मा और हर एक धर्म की यही निराली शान है। पवित्रता ही सर्व गुणों की एक अनोखी खान है। हर आत्मा और हर एक धर्म की यही निराली शान है। पवित्रता का झंडा, पवित्रता का झंडा हर दिल पे लहराना है। पवित्रता की राह पर हमको चलते जाना है।
पवित्रता की राह पर हमको चलते जाना है।
जो भी मिले राह में उसे मंजिल पर पहुंचाना है। जो भी मिले राह में उसे मंजिल पर पहुंचाना है।
पवित्रता की राह पर हमको चलते जाना है। पवित्रता की राह पर हमको चलते जाना है। पवित्रता की राह पर हमको चलते जाना है। पवित्रता की राह।
Om Shanti. Good evening, Asians. So today's topic is to be wise, to become pure. Baba says you have to be knowledgeful of cycle, kalpatree, self, Baba. But together with that, we have to be knowledgeful about Maya. To be wise means to implement knowledge in our life. So first we have to be wise about viceless stage. What is impurity and what is purity? Because on a gross level we know there are 10 vices. But subtle form of those vices also we should know. We do say every day, I am a soul, not body. But our body conscious sanskars are very deep. And sign of body consciousness is self-pity. You say, oh, everybody loves so and so, not me. Everybody gives chance for service to so and so, not me. So we have self-pity, nervousness, extrovert. They try to call attention to themselves by wearing night dress, acting in a attractive way, demanding, wanting recognition. Some of them, they have sanskar of self-denial. They don't eat enough food, or after eating, they vomit out. They waste time, money, energy on the body. They are shy, worried, laughing, joking, trying to impress others, manipulative, gossiping, etc. Subtle sign of ego. People feel insecure, superiority complex. They disrespect others. They think, I'm great, everybody is stupid. Facade. Internally there is something, externally they may be different. Sweet and loving, internally there may be animosity, sarcasm, self-centered, all the time, I am this, I am this. Sensitive, authoritative, imposing their ideas to others, bossy, critical of others, and resentment for others. Subtle sign of sex lust is being impressed, attracted to, desires, familiarity, love for name and form, and enjoying someone special's company all the time. Sign of attachment, dependency, mind, possessive, authoritative, favoritism, preferences. Subtle sign of greed, desire, discontent. They are selfish, wanting more, and they are miser. Overindulgence. If they like something, food, they eat double the usual amount. And if they don't like, they will say, oh, I'm not hungry today. Self-indulgence. And they keep on accumulating things. Buy new things, don't throw away old ones. Subtle form of anger is irritation, getting upset, fear, argumentative. They are impatient, intolerant, forceful, frustrated. Passive aggression. They say, I don't care. Whatever you want to do, do. I'm not going to help. And angry because their expectation is not fulfilled. Carelessness. They are disorganized, forgetful, I don't care attitude. They make excuse. They're extravagant, spending time, money, energy anywhere. They take for granted that, oh, I thought you might be doing it. So they waste their thoughts, words, and actions. They don't have a value of their thoughts, words, and actions. They waste it. Laziness. Signs are complacent, lack of enthusiasm. They are comfort lovers. They say, oh, I am tired, irresponsible, overreaction. Sign of jealousy or the cause of jealousy is they compare themselves with others and they are not competitive enough. Lack of self-esteem and they feel insecure. Sign of animosity and hatred. They spread intrigues, take revenge. Sometimes they are violent, taking the law into their own hands, and they are having discrimination, crab mentality, or in Australia they say tall poppy syndrome. They see if somebody else is going ahead of them, they try to pull them down. So these are the subtle signs of impurity. So we have to see that we have attention and careful not to allow those old sanskars of impurity. Now the questions asked are, what does Baba mean to be wise? Baba is giving us wisdom. So those who are implementing Baba's teaching, they are wise. What are the practical methods to make sanskar pure and intellect wise? So in order to be completely pure, we need to have deep yoga and attention that I am not reverting to old sanskars. So the basis of purity is soul consciousness. Remain double light. I am a point of light. I am Karanhar. Baba is Karavanhar. I am instrument. Baba is getting done. So I should not feel heavy, burdened. Detachment from body and bodily relations and possessions. Having deep love for Baba. Mine is only one Baba. Economy of thoughts, words, and actions. That will help us to have deep yoga, and that will change our sanskar. And to make intellect wise, we have to really study Murli very well, churn it, and listen to the churning of others. Next question is to clarify the connection between the purity and the stage of Sato Pradhan, Sato Rajotama. When we say Sato Pradhan stage, it means 100% purity, between 90 and 100% purity. When Sato, it's 90 to 80% purity. When it is Rajo, corporate, it's 80% to 50% purity. And Tamu is iron age, when it is 50% and less of purity. Next question is Baba said, become as pure as Father and follow him fully. That means we have to renounce vices, be pure in our thought, words, and actions and relationships. We try our best to remain pure and follow Baba's directions. But sometimes Maya comes. We recognize, but don't take action. Still upset with wasteful thoughts. Then we sit in yoga and place our mistake in front of Baba, become light, normal mode. Is this the correct way to become as pure as Father and follow him fully? No, that's not the way to become 100% pure. To be as pure as Father is 100% pure. Maya will be saying goodbye from distance when we are pure. Maya will not dare to attack us when we are pure and combined with Bap Dada. So if Maya is attacking, it means we have still some weakness. Next question is, we need a set of questions to ask ourselves to make us wiser, awaken, and truly aware of purity. Please give some examples of those self-reflection questions. So I had to check whether my thinking, speech, actions are according to knowledge or Sripat, or are they just as they were before Gyan? Old sanskars, old type of thinking, rough speech, actions, doing more on a logic way. Then ask, myself, am I busy being Svadarshan Chakradhari? Am I churning morely or in Baba's remembrance? Or am I having waste thought, impure thoughts, negative thoughts? Third question I have to check. Am I speaking softly, sweetly, essentially? Third, are my actions elevated charitable or ordinary. Next question I have to ask is, do I have any subtle vices in my thoughts, words, action, relations, and dreams? Next question, are my sense organs under my control? Because Maya usually enters through one of the sense organs. Next question is, what is the connection between the level of purity and the level of status in the future? Status will depend not only on purity, but will depend on how many charitable karma I have done. Have I been donor, great donor, bestower of blessings? How many souls I have benefited? Because as we saw before, level of purity will give me or will decide what time of cycle I come in. Do I come in the beginning of golden age, middle of golden age, end of golden age, beginning of silver age, end of silver age? Depend on my percentage of purity. But status will depend on how much service I have done. Next question is, what is the power of purity and how does it create an aura of safety, and how to bring that in our practical life? How to bring it into practical life we saw in our first or second question. But power of purity is seen through our face. We are attractive, lovely, sweet, praiseworthy. And it will make us safe from Maya. And Mayavi people, just as we see our idols, they're so attractive, peaceful, loving, sweet. But nobody feels like hugging those idols or having sex with those idols. Next question is, during lockdown, work study has shifted completely online. There is an overexposure to media and cinema. In such a scenario, how to remain cautious and protect our purity in all aspects? Those children who are wise will not waste their time on internet, social media, movies. Baba says cinema is mother of sin. So we have to be really wise and use our time in a worthwhile way in studying Gyan, Murli, books, churning Gyan, yoga, and service. Next question is, from a seniors class in Madhuban, a Kumari who remains pure according to Srimad can give the return of her parents' upbringing. What does it mean? Naturally, if a Kumari is staying with parents and earning, she can support her parents financially, morally, and spiritually. Next question is, a BK expert at horoscope told me about my karmic interactions for being too direct, not compromising, being judgmental, and blaming others. He advised to clear the account by doing the service wholeheartedly, not out of duty. Could Didi give examples of the effort of senior instruments to remove this kind of tendency? What seniors do is remain Yogyukta, Yukti-yukta and Rajyukta. Means they will not be direct, but jnani interaction, or sometimes, as we say, diplomatic. So they will be sweet. And to be non-judgmental, one has to have good wishes and benevolent feelings. On 23rd, Murli Baba said, think about yourself. Transform yourself. Don't look at anybody's weakness. Don't blame others. Don't give excuses. So, what we need to do is be jnani, wise, and use jnana in our interaction with others. A pure Kumar still needs Didi's advice on how to conquer lust completely in thoughts, words, vision, actions. Otherwise, his conscience will bite. To conquer lust completely, first of all, Baba tells us have brotherly vision. Look at everybody as brothers' souls. Pay attention to your food. Eat in Baba's remembrance. Don't eat too late at night, and don't eat too heavy food at night. Eat only sattvic diet cooked by Brahmins, cooked in Baba's remembrance. Eat in Baba's remembrance. And during daytime also, pay attention that you are soul conscious, not attracted by anyone's physical costume, body. Next question is, Baba mentioned two things lately especially, jealousy and dislike. It is like smoke coming out as waste thoughts and negativity everywhere. Should we try to be isolating ourselves, or should we do service together to increase the power of the gathering so all can be protected? It depends on situation. Some of the service we can do by ourselves. We should not avoid gathering because of jealousy or competition, etc. So it's good to serve in a group, but at times we might have to work alone. So depending on situation, one has to adjust oneself and be content, whatever the situation is. Now, next is just a comment I would say, I will read out. At the end time, this everyone's karmic accounts and sanskar will intensify. So we have to increase our yoga to deal with all that, and that's true. That we have to be powerful yogi, not to be influenced by people or circumstances. Next question is, positive energy is needed to overpower the low energy of the planet in the name of God. How long will it take to make it happen from now? It all depends on how you are making effort, because collective Brahman effort will change the energy of the planet. So unless Brahmins are really powerful, they cannot change the planet's energy. We are still, I feel, take some time to change the energy because we are still too busy in service. There is not balance of yoga and service, as Baba has mentioned today. Next question is, having identified a thorn from another or my own, how to navigate through the turbulence of it and how to take it to Baba? Thorn has to be removed. I have to remove my own thorn by realization and determination and yoga power. So we need to have constant checking, because Maya is such, it comes in an incognito way, in a very attractive manner. So I should not blame anyone or give excuses, but be honest with Baba. Talk about my weakness and vice and remain light. If I am light, my yoga will be powerful and I will be able to remove the thorn. And if it is in another individual, I have to have good wishes, talk sweetly to the person and guide that person to have realization and deep yoga. What are the signs of those who have purity in their thought, words, and actions? They will be ever happy, light, powerful meditator, attractive, sweet, content, and they will be sitting on Baba's heart throne as well as self-sovereign. So these are the main questions so far I have been asked. Now questions online.
So Didi, some souls came earlier to Baba, then they left Gyan. Some souls come late in Gyan, but they stay in Gyan until the end. Which one will come earlier in Golden Age?
Those who come late and constantly keep on going. So it doesn't depend on when they came. But from the time you come to the time you leave the body, if you have complete faith, love, and following Srimad, they will get high status.
Didi, some BKs see the youth in the centers doing very good seva. Then they want their children to be like them. So then they push their children. They want to make them like that. What can we do as an instrument? Because it's not good to push the children either.
Inspire children. Tell them to inspire them. Asians are used to be pushed. Unless they are pushed, they don't move ahead. So, at time push them, at time inspire them. So, you have to have a balance of being loving and pushing.
Didi, how do you remember Baba while eating? What is the yukti? Because it's so easy to get, the intellect goes here and there while you're eating food. We all know that you always mostly eat alone. You seem to be always in yoga while remembering Baba. How did you develop this?
Main thing, Baba says, even Brahma Baba gives his own example. He starts with meditation. So we start offering Baba food, though it has been already offered before. But when we have plate in front of us, first remember Baba. Tell, thank you Baba for providing me this nice Brahma Bhojan. Let's eat together. So sit and eat with Baba, talking to Baba and thanking Baba. So please, in the beginning and end, remember Baba, and in between, try.
Didi, I listen to the Murli a few times in the day, but I can't remember all the Murli points. What is the reason?
If our intellect is not pure enough, then it is likely that we forget the points. So more our intellect is pure and we are studying hard, because in the early days when dadis were not working and there was no social interaction or service, Dadi Janki used to read Murli 18 times a day. And not only read, but churn, as we now have seen, that Dadi churns Murli so well whilst reading Murli. So, Mama, Baba, what they used to do is at night read Murli and churn early in the morning before giving Murli.
Didi, do you have a sixth sense of when COVID will be over?
No. But I feel, or whatever news I have received, it will continue until the end of December of this year, 21.
Next year may be a little better?
Hmm?
Next year might be a little better?
Possibly. Possible. Never know.
Didi, if I speak to my seniors about my vices and my weaknesses, will it help me to overcome them?
Yes, possible. First, talk to Baba. Write to Baba. And if you don't feel light, then talk to senior. Or Didi, Dadis.
Then how can we identify our own best traits, our own strengths? How to know them?
Baba says you are your own teacher. So I have to be able to see my weakness as well as strength and give myself marks. Because I should be the best identifier of my own weakness and strength. But sometimes by receiving comments from others, we are able to judge ourselves better.
Didi, what is your opinion if Brahmins are buying food from another Brahmin, if it helps that person to make money?
It's all right. If you can't cook something and you get ready-made food from Brahman and you pay them, then on one hand you are helping that poor Brahman to support oneself or family, and you are spared from spending time in cooking. Because even in 1960s when I was in Mumbai, there were some poor ladies who would cook some delicacies or even salty dishes, savory dishes, which are not easy to cook at home, like gathia, besan, sev, this chakri, that is like cycle, because it's not easy to cook them. So they will bring it at a center and sell. Other Brahmins, or even in the West, some people don't cook bread at home. And some Brahmins have art of cooking bread. So they can sell this bread or cookies or cake and all. So it's good to support them.
Better than buying outside food, no? Definitely. Didi, somebody is asking about the karma of Krishna's birth. How Krishna will take birth through the power of yoga, but in Kali Yuga, Sangam Yuga. How will this happen? How will a pure soul be born?
The parents who are in advance party, who have gone now, advance party souls, they are already have yoga power. So they will be giving birth through yoga power. So parents will not have done so much of service, because recently only Baba was saying parents are not so popular, or they don't have such high status as Krishna because they haven't done so much service. But they do have enough purity to give birth through yoga power.
Yeah, this is funny, Didi. When I leave the body, will someone show me the way to Paramdham? Or will Baba come and take me with him?
You will go naturally, automatically. The soul will go to next body. First, you will go to next body if you leave today or before destruction. But last birth, when everybody goes home, they will be guided naturally to go to home via subtle region. First, they have to go through Dharmaraj Puri and clear all karmic account, and then go to Paramdham.
Some souls are still stuck in their addictions and they can't progress. They can't even remember Baba.
Addiction.
So what is the solution? They don't have powerful yoga, they can't progress.
It really needs determination. Addiction cannot be given up unless you are determined to give it up. Baba is there to help. And I have seen so many people giving up hard drugs with yoga power, determination, psychotherapy. Because in Australia, we used to have regular session with those who had already recovered from addiction. But still they were having gathering like Alcoholic Anonymous. They try to help each other by their own efforts.
Didi, if an ex-BK or an old past BK wants to put money in Baba's box to help them to remove obstacles in the Lokik job, is it okay?
Yeah. Whoever has taken benefit from Baba's Gyan and has sincere desire to help Baba, to help themselves, because they want to help themselves. But through Baba, if that faith is there, love is there, it's good. Let them put money in Baba's box.
Sometimes, Didi, we churn Gyan and we discuss some points, and then the next day Baba speaks about those points in class, in Murli. So does it mean that our thoughts are in the right direction? We are connected with Baba?
I think it's coincidence nowadays. When Sakar Baba was there, or in Avyakt Murli, I have seen. I remember when Avyakt Bab Dada was coming in Gulzar Dadi's body. I remember I had discussion with one of the sisters. And in Murli, Baba gave the answer. So, Avyakt Bab Dada used to read our mind, and before sometimes asking question, Baba used to give answer. And even in Sakar time also, many things, many times, it used to happen that some souls had some question, and in Sakar Murli there was answer. So at times is coincidence.
Didi, what is the difference between center, Gita Pathshala, and class location? Because it seems different people have different opinions about it, maybe different countries. Does Madhuban have some guideline, or maybe it's different for India?
Babas, in Ramesh Bhai's time, we had a constitution and bylaws of Brahma Kumaris Ishwariya Vishwavidyalaya. And in that there are all clear definition about who is Brahma Kumari, who is zone in charge, who is center in charge, what is the center, what is sub-center. Now, in India, we call Gita Pathshala, whereas in the West London, they don't call Gita Pathshala, they call it sub-center.
Okay.
And I think if your center will definitely have that book of constitutions and bylaws, and even recently Brother Ken has also revised that. So center is where Yajna has officially given permission, and there is regular Murli classes, somebody is always there to take the courses, etc. And all the finances and all the maryadas are followed by Centervasis. Gita Pathshala or sub-center are usually in family home. And they are independent. Means they don't need to take financial help from main center. But they are guided by zone in charge. And there must be more than 15 students to call it Gita Pathshala. Murli should be read every morning and courses are done. Whereas class location, they are Murli maybe once or twice or 3 or 4 times depending on the situation of students. Because center will have a regular Murli at 5:30 or 6:30 or whatever time the country has scheduled. So all centers will have same time Murli. Whereas Gita Pathshala class location, they will adjust according to the situation of students. Class location may not have everyday Murli. They may have 10 o'clock Murli, because sometimes the mothers are not able to come early in the morning. Once their husband, children have gone, then they come for Murli class. And nowadays it's a Zoom Murli, and that also class location may have 10 o'clock at Murli.
Didi, how to create unshakable faith in drama? People are seeing the current situation in drama, things are getting worse. So how to have faith that things will be okay, things will get better?
Faith is something that I think it should be developed naturally. Once you have faith in Baba, you will have faith in knowledge. That is drama. And then you should have faith in yourself. 3 faith are required. But first and foremost, one needs to have faith in Baba. That Shiv Baba is teaching through Brahma. And then naturally, when Baba is telling drama is preordained, drama is according to your karma, drama is repeating identically, all this. Once you have faith in Baba, you will say, yes, it must be like that. Drama is benevolent, drama is moving gradually, one scene after another scene will be coming.
Didi, when Laukiks who don't have Gyan leave the body, will they also see Dharamraj like we will see?
Of course. Of course. They will have to suffer more.
Every soul will go through Dharamraj Puri.
Everyone. Definitely. Because everybody has to clear karma before going home.
Do you think there'll be another medium in the future for Baba's meetings or some form of connection?
No way. No way. Shiv Baba had first medium Brahma, second medium Dadi Gulzar. That's all.
Now it will just be our own personal connection in the sense touchings, that's all.
Personal connection or reading morely, revising morely, classes that will help us to progress. Now, at the end, that will be vision.
But Baba's not going to come into the physical world now. Finished.
No, definitely not. And whoever is claiming, because there are so many people nowadays who are claiming that I am Baba's medium, Shankar Party. Baba Shankar has been telling that since Brahma has left the body, now I am the medium. So all these are fake.
Didi, will transformation only happen with realization, or will drama bring permanent transformation for Brahmins? Because some realization is there, but not a lot of transformation has happened fully. So you think the drama will push us at the end, or?
Yeah, of course. If Baba says Brahmins are not moving forward, time will push them. In fact, we should bring time closer for destruction. But if we are not bringing, time will push or drama will push us. That's the last question now.
No, Didi, there's more.
Yeah, but it is now time.
Okay, last question. Bhagats believe that God does everything. Bhagats, they believe God does everything. But we know that everything in bhakti is just symbolic. Baba says he is Karavanhar, Karanhar. So what does Baba actually do? And what is it that we just say, oh, Baba did this, but actually it's not Baba.
Whatever is happening is according to drama. Now, Baba's service, Baba gets it done. So he's Karavanhar of New World. He can be Karavanhar of service, making us instrument Karanhar.
So really he does get involved and he does give some touching.
He gives touching and he's the main instrument in establishing heaven. So I'm not responsible, or Brahmins are not responsible of creating heaven or transforming hell into heaven is his job. We are instruments.
Like today's Murli, he said it's not your burden.
Don't take burden. Don't feel heavy.
Okay, so next time those who couldn't get answers can take up more questions next week. No class next week, no Didi?
No class next week, now on 8th August. Let's have few minutes meditation. Shanti and goodbye.